Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today we'll be reviewing the Nier Automata 2B statue from Proof. Now this is the first figure I've ever gotten from Proof. They've been around for a little bit now, but I've never gotten any of their stuff, and there are a lot of 2B figures out now, especially because of the Nier anime, and I don't really like the anime design of 2B too much, but I do appreciate that we are getting a lot more figures of her, and some of them are closer to the anime than others. Some are sort of like in between game and anime, and I feel like this one's one of those in between ones. And I really liked the sort of core concept of this figure, where there's a bit of a diorama going on. She's got two weapons out, and there's like a little bit of motion and expression in it, whereas a lot of the other ones are straight action or very, very static. I like this one. It's very, very subtle, and I think it looks really, really nice. But I won't waffle on too much in this one. So, right out of the box, 2B looks really good. There is some slight assembly where you need to put the figure on the base and the swords in the respective hands or base and attach the pod. And it looks really, really nice. The figure does take up way more space than I thought it would, and that's mainly because of the main sword sticking out. But you can also swap out that hand for a just standard hand without any weapon, and that looks okay, but I do think having the backhanded sword looks nice. The figure in general looks really cool. There is a lot of stuff going on, and it is a really, really nice, monochromatic, well-detailed statue. The first thing, the paintwork is really, really nice. I didn't notice any paint errors. The colors seem very accurate. One thing, I'm not super sure about the coloring on 2B's hair. While there is a gradient of like the light grey to a darker grey, it does look a little bit spotty, and I'm not sure if that's like an overspray problem, and I don't know if it was fully intentional. It does look nice, but if it wasn't intentional, it is a little bit of a problem. But I don't mind it too much, thankfully, because like I said, it does almost look intentional and adds a little bit more depth to the hair. The colouring on her outfit is nice. The weapons are very well detailed and give off a nice metallic sheen. The pod looks like they're straight out of the game, which I like. The clear rod is a little bit distracting, but I know there's no other way around it, but it does look quite nice. The actual detail on the base is nice as well. I like this black metallic gate, as well as the sort of cobblestone stairs and all the paint and detail on those. They look sufficiently weathered. Even from the back they look good. I do like the machine lifeform's head being the stand for the weapon. I think it was like the Beast Slayer. I can't remember the weapon names that well, but the swords are very well detailed and looks really cool. I do like that it's sticking out of the machine lifeform's head, and it looks especially good from the front because you can see the eyes of the defeated machine, as well as a little more weathering around it. Again, this is the anime design of 2B, so her proportions are a little bit different to the game. She's a little bit more slim in areas and her head's a bit rounder, but I do think it works quite well. The trim on her dress is very well detailed as well, and in general, the monochromatic look of 2B is achieved pretty well here. You do also get an alternate face part for 2B, one without the goggles / blindfold, and that looks pretty nice as well, but I do prefer the blindfolded look for 2B. And here she is without the blindfold / goggles and without the additional sword, so you can see how the aesthetic of the figure changes quite a bit. And in general, nice figure. It's my first one by Proof, like I said, and so far so good. The quality control seems nice, and I really like the details and design of the figure overall. It's not my favourite 2B figure. I still prefer the very static but nice looking flare one from the games that came out a couple of years ago that they've re-released since. I do prefer that one. I don't really like the new flare one, and the A2 one that they didn't turn out too well. But I do prefer the game design over the anime design. But this one is a nice one, and I did prefer it over the most recent 2B figures that they've been releasing lately. This was sort of my preferred one. But I am open to more if they do some really, really cool stuff. I do kind of want them to make a really nice A2, and I'm still sort of holding out for one like that. But in general, this is a really nice figure as well. Simple, clean, and it achieves what it needs to pretty clearly. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I will see you all next time.